Whew! Let me tell y'all about the day everything changed in our house down in southwest Atlanta, Georgia. There I was, Gloria, 18 years old, standing right there in front of my birthday cake with the candles flickering soft in the living room. Family and kinfolk gathered round, plates of fried chicken and collards still on the table from earlier. I closed my eyes tight, heart beating like a drum, and made my one big wish. Finally, my very first phone of my own after all them years of waiting. I blew them out. Mama Denise stepped up from behind with this pretty wrapped box, smiling big like she was doing the Lord's work. My heart was racing, y'all. After 18 years of my turns always getting pushed back for Bethany's, here it was, my moment. I tore that paper open, and baby, it was this old busted iPhone. Screen cracked up like a spider web had taken over the whole thing. Here you go, baby girl, Mama said, all sweet and proud. Your sister Bethany just got the brand new one, so this one's for you now. I even bought a whole new charger special. Go on now, thank your sister. I looked across the room and there was Bethany, grinning ear to ear, snapping pictures with her shiny new phone like she was some influencer at the Lenox Square Mall. The whole family just staring. I stood there holding that piece of junk, voice shaking but strong. Mama, this the big wish you promised was my turn? This the fairness you've been talking about for 18 whole years? Every person 1 year, odd years mine, even years hers. And this what I get? The room got quiet as a church mouse. They all started whispering. But I wasn't done. Not by a long shot. Period. When I was 14, it was supposed to be my year. All I wanted was a simple laptop for that big coding competition at school. It could have got me a scholarship to the good programs. But Mama said the house was tight on money, promised she'd make it up next year. Instead, y'all know what happened? Mama scraped together everything to send Bethany on that 2-week Disney World trip down in Florida. She came back with souvenirs and stories, smiling like the world was hers. Then, when I was 16, my eyes were so bad I couldn't even see the board at school. Headaches every single day. Studying blurry as hell. I begged for new glasses. Mama said wait. Money had to go to more important things. But those important things were Bethany's expensive private art classes with some fancy tutor from out of town and that purebred corgi puppy because the baby girl needs a pet so she won't be lonely. My wishes were always for school, for seeing better, for learning something real. Hers, all for play and fun. And Mama called that fair? Y'all seeing this mess? Mama's face changed quick like I slapped her. She tried to grab my hand, but I pulled away fast. Why you being so disrespectful, Gloria? I been favoring your sister. She been letting you have her things all along. That's sister love, baby. Money ain't unlimited. Bethany's classes cost a fortune. She needs to socialize, make friends, go out. You just a student. You don't need all that extra stuff. I looked at her like a stranger I never met before. Only Bethany's needs count as important then? I kept going, voice getting louder, shaking the whole room. The aunties and uncles staring made Mama uncomfortable as hell. Finally, she snapped, yelling loud enough for the neighbors to hear. Enough! You think I don't want to give you things? That money for your laptop, I was saving it. But Bethany mentioned seeing somebody riding horses looking cool at the stable, so I signed her up for those expensive horseback riding lessons instead. One session cost more than I could count. All them promises to make it up next year? Lies, baby. I ain't have the money for both of y'all. I had to choose one. She looked at me with tears in her eyes, voice all broken. 2 daughters, both expensive. Mama could only really take care of one at a time. What was I supposed to do? After that birthday, the house was silent for days, like a graveyard. I stayed in my room, doors shut tight. I remembered when we was little twins growing up right here in Southwest Atlanta. Weekends, we was supposed to take turns choosing where to go on MARTA. My turn? I wanted the Science Museum downtown. Mama said it might rain. Library? Too stuffy. Go outside. Then she turned to Bethany. You still want to go to the amusement park at Six Flags, right? And just like that, my turns became hers every single time. Be understanding, Gloria. You're the big sister by a few minutes. Look at your sister. She wants it so bad. Those two words, be understanding, wrapped around my neck like a chain from the time I was little till I was grown. Few days later, Mama knocked on my door with a thick box. Limited edition Jordans I had been begging for forever. The ones I saw at Phipps Plaza. Mama knows she wrong, baby. Don't stay mad no more. Look, the exact pair you wanted. My heart softened a little bit, y'all. I tried them on. Perfect fit. She looked relieved, like the storm was over. But that weekend at the big family dinner at our favorite soul food spot in Atlanta, both me and Bethany wearing our new shoes. Somebody at the table said, "Oh, y'all got matching kicks? Those hard to find these days." Mama got loud and proud, voice bigger than usual. Had to call in all my favors to snag these. Expensive too, honey. Then she looked right at me in front of everybody and said, "See? Mama always thinking about you. This your turn this time. Don't be stingy over small things, Gloria." I looked down at my shoes. The logo on mine was already peeling, stitching loose, cheap, fake as hell. Bethany's were crisp, authentic, shining like new money. The anger hit me like fire in my chest. I stood up fast, kicked off the fake pair right there, walked over to Bethany and made her take hers off too. Mama went pale as a ghost. "You lost your mind in front of all these people? You trying to bully your sister?" I put the real pair and the fake pair side by side on the table. "Mama said you got these from a friend. Tell everybody which friend sold you the real Jordans versus this knockoff mess. Look at the glue, the stitching. Y'all seeing this mess? Clear as day, can't deny it." The whole table went silent, everybody leaning in, staring. Mama looked at me a few seconds. Then waterworks started falling. But she didn't talk about the shoes. She pointed right in my face, crying loud. "You did this on purpose to embarrass me in front of the family. Mama tried so hard to get you something nice, even if your feet bigger. The real ones didn't look right on you anyway. I walked every mall in Atlanta for days." But everybody saw the truth. The uncles cleared their throats, aunties shifting in their seats. One uncle said, "We can talk about this calm," but nobody mentioned the real versus fake again. Somehow, I was the one in the wrong. That night, I packed my bags, threw everything in a suitcase, and left for the dorm at Georgia State University. Mama wouldn't let me before, but now, I didn't care. The dorm lady felt bad and put me in this empty storage room with just a hard wooden bed. I slept in my jacket all night, eyes wide open. Next morning, Daddy Roland called, voice casual like he was playing cards. "I heard you causing trouble again at home. Come back and apologize to your mama right now. Hear me?" I asked him, "Daddy, you want me to apologize while mama gave me fake shoes?" He lost it. "It's just some shoes. Your mama almost had a fit. Get home or don't expect a dime from me." Click. He hung up. I opened my banking app. $73 left. I went downstairs and bought 2 biscuits from the corner store. That was my only meal that day. 2 days later, this lady from Mama's side came to the dorm with a thermos of soup. The sunchoke and rib soup I always hated. She grabbed my hand, talking about how hard Mama worked alone raising us, how her blood pressure was up, and please just give Mama a chance to explain. She really loves you, just too proud. I looked at her and said, I'll come back, but only if Mama buys me that laptop from when I was 14. Nothing fancy, just one that works. Her smile dropped. She called me ungrateful, said Mama's sick and I was stressing her. I didn't go back. So I sat down and wrote everything out. Every single thing, from the laptop at 14, the glasses at 16, that cracked phone at 18. All the Disney World trips, the private art classes, the horseback riding, the iPhone, the purebred puppy Bethany got while I got nothing. Posted it online. It blew up fast. Bethany called me crying her eyes out. Why you put our family business out there like that? My friends at school asking questions now. I said, calm as ice. Let's swap then. You take this cracked phone. I get the Disney World trips and your iPhone. You go sit in the dorm eating biscuits, waiting for a laptop that never comes. Deal? She went quiet, then hung up. That night, Aunt Loretta called. Daddy's sister who built her own business and made it big. We hadn't talked in years. She asked if I had my stuff packed. Next thing I know, she bought me a bus ticket for the very next morning. Took my ID info from Daddy and sent the address. From now on, you staying with me in Buckhead. School, everything. I got you. Day 2 at her beautiful house, Aunt Loretta took me to the mall and bought me a brand new laptop, a fresh phone, new clothes. My hands were shaking when I held that computer. She rubbed my back gentle. These things you should have had long time ago, baby. From now on, you tell me what you need. For the first time in my life, I had my own room with a big desk and a balcony full of Atlanta sunshine. I set that laptop up, logged into the coding summer program I had dreamed about for years. Mama always said it was too expensive. Girls don't need all that tech stuff. But Aunt Loretta paid right then. If you like it, do it. My niece gonna be solid. A few days later, Bethany texted on WeChat. Regular text now. Asked how I was settling, if Aunt was treating me right. Then straight to it. She had this big youth art competition coming up that could help her college apps. Needed me to talk to Aunt because Aunt knew some judges. I read it and just laughed. Only call when you need something, huh? I typed back. Can't help. Aunt just paid for my coding program. That expensive one Mama said no to because of your stuff. Remember that? How much your competition cost? Sell one of your designer bags if you short. A few days after that, while I was studying, I heard Mama's voice downstairs at Aunt's house. Loud. I'm here to see my daughter. Calling her a guest? You trying to split up my family? Aunt wouldn't let them in. Mama sat on the edge of the flower bed outside, crying loud, telling the neighbors how her talented baby Bethany had this big art contest and I wouldn't help because I got rich now, pointing up at my window. That girl up there got wings and forgot who raised her. But Bethany a genius. Her big sister gotta help or she ruining her future. I stood at the window watching the mess. Aunt came up and asked quiet, want me to run them off? I shook my head. Nah, let her do what she do. Mama switched up, started texting and calling nonstop, dozens a day. Mama knows she wrong. That day I was just mad. You eating okay over there? Bethany crying every day saying it's her fault you left. I never replied. Half a month later, Mama showed up at my coding program, waiting outside the gate, looking skinny and tired. She tried to hug me, but I stepped back, pulled out a bank card from her purse. This the money I've been saving all these years to make up for your wishes. Never told you. Password, your birthday. $500. She cried while saying it. Mama ain't good with money. Couldn't save more. Take it. Buy what you want. When you ready to come home, I come get you. I stood there holding it, not believing a word. When Aunt picked me up, I showed her. We stopped at an ATM right there. I put the card in, typed the code. Balance, $500. But right while we looking, my phone buzzed. Bank alert. $500 transferred out. Balance 0. Aunt's face got hard. She playing with you, showing she can give and take back whenever. I finally understood. Even when Mama gave me something, she could snatch it right back. I grabbed Aunt's arm before she could call, blocked Mama's number myself. Coding program ended. I won first place. Got an internship at this big tech company in Midtown Atlanta. First day, Aunt drove me there herself. Do good, baby. One day you and me gon' build something big. I worked hard, took every task, learned fast. My mentor said, you going places, Gloria. Full-time offer coming. 1 week later at lunch, me and the team walking into the lobby, and there stood Mama and Bethany, dressed up nice, holding a fancy thermos of food. Mama smiled big when she saw me. Baby, I heard you interning here. Food at these places ain't no good. I cooked your favorite, sweet and sour ribs and soup. Eat while it's hot. Her voice loud so everybody in the lobby turned. She started telling my coworkers, this one been hard-headed since small, out here making it on her own. Mama worried sick. A coworker smiled polite. Your daughter's smart, ma'am. We can't keep up. Mama looked so proud. Opened the thermos. Smell filled the air. She tried to feed me a bite. You skinny now. Eat, baby. Bethany chimed in. Mama woke up early cooking for you, sis. I looked at both of them putting on that perfect, loving family show. They knew I wouldn't embarrass them in front of my job. But I was done. I took the box, walked straight to the trash can in front of everybody, opened it, and dumped all that hot food right in. Clang when the ribs hit the metal. The whole lobby went dead quiet. Mama's smile froze. I handed the empty box back. This a workplace, not the place for family drama. Turned to the front desk. Please call security. 2 people causing a disturbance. Security came quick. Mama lost it, pointing in my face. Ungrateful child. I drove all this way with food and you do me like this? She sat on the floor, refusing to leave. I said calm. If they messing up company image, call the police too. Soon as she heard police, she got up and left. But minutes later, she was outside the building, sitting on the flower bed again, crying loud to the crowd gathering. Look at this. I raised this girl alone, and now she got a good job. She don't claim her mama no more. I brought food, and she threw it away in front of everybody, pointing up at my window. All because that rich aunt turned her against us. I had to call the police again to get her to leave. The story spread fast at work. 2 days later, Daddy called, voice all soft. Come home this weekend for family dinner. Everybody gonna be there. Mama knows she wrong, waiting to apologize. Aunt said I had to go. Clear the air in front of witnesses. If anybody puts a hand on you, I call the law. That weekend, I walked into the house. Whole living room packed with family. Mama on the couch looking teary. Bethany next to her looking pitiful. Daddy in the big chair. He poured me some tea. We all here to talk about you and Mama. Sighed deep. I know you hurt, baby. But Mama struggled alone raising y'all twins. Little favoritism, normal. Everybody chimed in. Parents always love their kids, even if mistakes. Daddy kept going. You grown now with your own mind, but you can't disrespect your mama like that at her job. People gon' think bad about our family. Or that rich aunt putting ideas in your head. Every word blaming me. Ungrateful, disrespectful, blood thicker than water. Mama started crying louder. It my fault. I shouldn't have come to your job, but Mama missed you. I looked around at all them actors playing their parts perfect. I didn't look at Mama. I looked Daddy dead in the eyes. I hear what you're saying, Daddy, but according to you, what exactly does be understanding mean? He blinked, caught off guard. Come home. Say sorry to your mama. Everything back to normal. Take a break from that internship. I laughed cold. So being understanding mean taking the cracked phone and thanking Bethany, wearing fake Jordans and praising mama's taste, watching y'all come to my job and tear my name up, then still come home and bow down? If that's family love, I don't want it. I stood up. Today I'm telling y'all clear. From now on, me and this family, done. Only thing left is the child support the law says I owe. Nothing else. I pulled out the papers from my bag and slammed them on the table. The list my lawyer helped me make. Every missed laptop, glasses, lost scholarship value, emotional hurt, everything compared to what Bethany got. Lawyer put numbers on it. $275,000 y'all owe me for 18 years. Round number. Pay it or don't ever contact me again. Daddy's hand started shaking. Mama went white as a sheet. And don't come to my job. Don't bother Aunt. Next time it won't be just police. I turned and walked out. Behind me, Daddy yelling, "You walk out that door, don't never come back." I didn't look back. Y'all said it first. They thought I was bluffing. But after that, silence. I got the full-time job, good salary. Aunt helped me get my own apartment close to work. I poured everything into my career. 1 year later, my project won a big award. Promotion, raise, life getting sweeter. I met this quiet but kind brother at work, programmer like me. We clicked. Weekends at the movies or driving out to the country. First time, life felt peaceful. Then, last week I came home from work, and there Mama was sitting by the flower bed at my building with that same old thermos. Neighbors walking by. She smiled at them. Waiting on my daughter from work. Brought her some soup. My heart got heavy, but I went in the side door. Next day, same spot. Day 3, 4, every single day. Building staff knew. Neighbors started side-eyeing me in the elevator. One lady finally said, "Baby, I don't like to meddle, but your mama out there every day in the cold. Can't you let her up for a minute? She always bragging how smart and hard-working you are." Mama saw it working, so she stepped it up. Started waiting for my husband, too. "You the boyfriend? I'm Mama. She busy working. I cooked for her. Take this up while hot." He brought it in looking confused. I took that thermos straight to the sink and poured every drop down the drain. He didn't say nothing at first. Later, he said soft, "Maybe we should talk to her?" But I knew her game, trying to worm back into my new life and wreck it like before. I called my lawyer, told him everything. He said, "This harassment, we build the case step by step." I started recording every time she showed up. Videos from my window, audio from the security guy. After 1 week, I had a stack. Lawyer sent the official letter to building management and the neighborhood association. Said her actions invading my privacy. Demanded they stop her or face lawsuit. Next day, management and the association went to talk to her. After that, the shadow by the flower bed disappeared. But then the text started, dozens a day, cursing me heartless, money hungry, lost my soul. I set up an auto reply. This message recorded and will be evidence for my lawyer. Time passed. My company and my husband's went public. Big celebration party. I was toasting with partners, folks calling me young and successful. I just smiled. Been grinding nonstop. Me and my husband married now. No kids yet, just our cat. Life quiet and sweet. Then yesterday I got a call from a strange number. Lawyer for Daddy. Said he made a will last month. Had to tell me the contents. I walked to the window, looked down at the Atlanta traffic. Read it. He cleared his throat. Mr. Rowland invested bad. Lost everything. Only thing left, that old house in Southwest Atlanta. Will leaves it to the youngest daughter, Bethany. Also, Special clause. Oldest daughter Gloria, since her 18th birthday, been disrespectful, ungrateful, cut off family ties. She gets nothing. No savings, no property, nothing. He waited for me to explode, but I felt this weight lift off my chest. Daddy's still trying to hurt me, even from the grave. Good. Finally clear he never loved me. I said, calm. Anything else? He sounded surprised. No, that's it. I hung up. Emailed my own lawyer right away. Draft a response. I voluntarily and completely give up any claim to that will or any property. And add, best wishes to my former family. Then I deleted sincere and told him, send it like that. Husband walked in the office, saw my face. Who was that? I smiled small. Wrong number, baby. Nothing. Since that response went out, everything went quiet. The will was the final cut. Company growing, aunt retired, traveling, planting flowers, life moving forward. Then last week, front desk called. Woman downstairs says she's your sister. No appointment, but won't leave. I said let her up. Years since I saw her. Bethany looked rough. Designer bags gone, clothes faded, skinny, eyes sunk in. Walked in my office, eyes already red. Sis. I pointed to the couch. She sat nervous. Daddy borrowed from loan sharks for bad investments. House sold, just covered debt. I got nowhere to stay. Sis, we blood. Your company big. Give me any job. I ain't picky. Just a place to sleep and eat. Daddy gone now. Only us left. I looked at her like a stranger. My company don't need extra people. And me and you, we ain't sisters no more. Her face went gray. How you so cold? I begged already. That hit a nerve. She swept everything off my desk, papers flying. Gloria, don't think you better. Everything you got, you stole. Mama's rule about turns wasn't for fairness. I stayed quiet. She lost control, screaming. Mama went to the psychic years ago. The lady said your destiny was to sacrifice so my luck could rise. You had to suffer so I could shine, rich and blessed. You born to live for me. What right you got to live better than me? The whole office went cold. I looked at her twisted face full of jealousy and crazy. In my head, I saw that cracked phone, those fake Jordans, the $500 card that vanished. So that's why. All this time. Nauseating and sad. I picked up the phone. Security? 2 people, please. Escort this young lady out. I looked at her breathing hard. Leave and don't come back. After that, no more word from the old family. My life kept rising. 3-year wedding anniversary, same day our company closed a huge contract. Me and husband used the money to buy our dream house in the suburbs. Small, but with a pretty yard. Day before signing, hospital called. Your mother fell. Come quick. Then Mama's voice on the line, crying. Baby, come. Bethany pushed me. We fighting over Daddy's last savings. She blamed me for everything. The psychic, the favoritism. Grabbed the bank book and shoved me. Doctors say leg broken, needs surgery. She dropped me here and disappeared. She sobbed. You gotta come pay the bill. I'm your mama. You can't just leave me. I let her finish every word. Then I said calm. Contact my lawyer about the support payments. Hung up. Blocked the hospital number. Next day, sun shining bright. Me and husband signed the papers. Realtor handed me the keys. Congratulations, Miss Gloria. This your home now. Keys heavy in my hand, but my heart lighter than ever. Driving back, husband asked, that hospital call yesterday, everything okay? I smiled. Handled it, baby. I told him, I want to fill the yard with sunflowers, and maybe get a dog too? He laughed. Whatever you want. That night I had a dream. I was 18 again, standing in front of the birthday cake, candles glowing on my tired face. I wished for my own phone, blew them out. When I opened my eyes, no cracked screen. Instead, I was in my new yard, sunflowers blooming bright yellow, all turning toward the sun. Story over, y'all. What would you do, sis, if your own mama treated you like the sacrifice so your sister could shine? Drop a A if you teen Gloria all the way. Comment period below if this story hit your soul deep. Like, subscribe, and share with every woman who ever got pushed to the back. We rise above the mess. We build our own tables, and we never look back. Period.